Hello everyone, Shriram here from ShriLearning. So we have a beautiful success story on PMP today. This is Ravi Shukla from Delhi, and he cleared PMP March 5th. It's a good achievement from him, and it's a good journey, the sense of ups and downs. Definitely everybody has ups and downs. So first of all, congratulations to him, and good wishes to all the viewers who are preparing for exams here. I know you came here to see what this person has a tips to me, right? So leave your comments if you need more information. Now, first we'll congratulate Ravi and give to Ravi. Ravi, good wishes. Let's hear from you.
Thank you so much, Sriram, and thank you everybody, Rahul, Sriram, and all the participants in the WhatsApp group who have really helped me a lot, having a good time of discussion, clearing doubts, and really seeing the success stories from other people. And I just want to start. I just take 2 minutes because when I was searching something in YouTube about the PMP success stories, I found only one channel. There are a lot of channels. I don't want to take the names, but I think the ShriLearning was the only channel which has tons of people who have passed PMP and they have their own testimonials, their own lessons learned stories and all. So I was really influenced, and I thought that this is the institute which I must go and join actually, because that is the only way I will get this PMP certification done. So I immediately after watching 3 to 4 videos for the last 2 to 3 days, and then I approached to Rahul, and that's how I told that I want to get PMP certified. Can you please help me out? And I want to join this class and all those. So I'm very thankful to ShriLearning, and I'm very happy that I'm the part of this whole family of PMPs.
Thanks, Ravi, for giving back. Ravi, by the way, did you thought that one day you will give the video?
No, never. I'm really actually very, to be very camera shy kind of person. I was traveling. I passed my exam in 5th or 6th March, I think 6th morning. But I was traveling, so Rahul was saying, "Sir, when you can give me the slot?" I said, "Rahul, I'll be in touch with you as soon as possible." And I thought that he might forget, then he will avoid it. But ultimately he said, "Sir, I'm waiting for you the day when you say, okay, I'm ready." So yesterday I only called him that, okay, boss, please let's book the slot.
Right.
I cannot run away much.
Good to know your success. Yeah. So how much of time it took for you to go for exam?
Okay, so I'll tell you, Sriram. So my original plan was to give the PMP exam last year. So yeah, so I started my my initial studies in the month of July 2020. And I went through this Rita Mulcahy 9th edition. I went through the Springbok guide. These were the only 2 books which I was referring. And then after 2 months, when I started seeing your videos in ShriLearning, when I spoke to Rahul, then he said that it's a little bit late, but still you can join. So I joined one of their fast track courses. That was not a full-fledged, but it was a fast track course, and I managed to see all the recordings diligently. And then after that, I started to have some pace in that. But unfortunately, as we call in risk management, variability and ambiguity risk are always there. So what happened in the month of December, I had to travel a lot, 3 times in the same month. Yeah, and that led my plan to be a little deviated from the original baseline. So I had to then postpone it. I never wanted to take any risk on this because it's the cost and time both are involved in this. And so I decided, and I approached again to Rahul, and then again I set a plan that I'll go for. So in the month of January, I diligently started working, and very fortunately, I am a CSM. I passed in March 2018. So yeah, and I worked with agile projects also. So that was a little bit of help for me. I with less of efforts, I could grasp the agile part.
Right. I got you. So Agile gave some breathing place for you.
Exactly. Right. So that was easy for me. Yeah.
But one thing, Ravi, I keep hearing, it's not purely Agile now. When you go to exam, they put a lot of hybrid questions.
Right.
Did you face hybrid questions more?
Actually, it was more of hybrid, I would say, less of agile. I'll come to my experience for the exam later, but definitely, as what you have said, it is actually not mostly agile. It is hybrid approach. So PMI, even they want to give a flavor that initially they were talking last year about more of predictive 90%. They want to transition to agile. They want to showcase a scenario where immediately you cannot, because you are working in a big organizations, you cannot take a risk for immediately switching to agile. Even the PMBOK guide and Agile Practice Guide also says that for the more complex projects, you should start in increments actually. So, I mean, hybrid is always a good approach to eliminate any risk. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, okay, we'll go to exam bit in time. Before that, what was your reading pattern and writing pattern? You do that exercise regularly. What do you do there?
So yeah, so Shriram, my reading pattern was like is very good. I mean, I can sit for 3 to 4 hours and I can read. I'll tell you, but I am a very bad. I don't like to write actually, because I heard from Rahul that people used to write, and it's very good to have notes and all those things. But that was the most laziest part, and I wanted to avoid it because I cannot write it down. I mean, so I read Rita Mulcahy 9th edition 3 times. Page to page. In Rita itself, there is one phrase which says that magic of 3. So it says that if you read the material 3 times, you will remember it. Although this exam is not about memorization, but still they say. So I went through that book 3 times, and now coming to the main showstopper, which is I am very happy to have this book with me. I really respect this book. This book, PMBOK Guide, I read 4 times actually.
You morning once you wake up.
Yeah, exactly. I am even in the status also when I passed the exam. This was also the cover page was also one of the status in my WhatsApp. I really respect this book, and I will be having this book throughout my career as a guide, as a mentor, as a coach, because every time you can refer it.
It's a wonderful book, right? I too love it. The language was written there. I think the more you read, the more you get connected to the book.
Exactly. I mean, I found that this book to be most straightforward and simple. I mean, why people say, I mean, I'm not debating on that. Every person has its own style of learning, but people say it's a very dry book, and you start, falling asleep in the, next 5 to 10 minutes and all those things. I mean, it was not for me. I was so happy to read again and again. I'm just like a passion. I was happy to read it actually.
Sure. Even when I started early, I felt a little scared. After that, started liking it. Great, good. That's good. So 3 to 4 hours per day you spend. Fantastic. So that's a really good job you did. And let's go to the D-Day. Is it online? Is it center based? What kind of exam?
So Shriram, yeah. So it was Proctored based examination. Because due to this COVID situation, so I was avoiding to travel, avoiding to take any risk also. So I booked the slot, and you will be surprised that my slot was 12:15 a.m. in the morning. That was the slot I had to pick up, because
midnight.
That's a midnight, yeah, exactly.
God, man.
and there is a construction, going on the next house, and from 7. I can see the drills going on, and these people,
Right.
So that was the only slot which I was left with. So I had to go with that. And for that, I took 1 day leave, and I had to, take rest completely so that I can be ready for the midnight examination.
Shivratri special.
Exactly. Correct. Shivratri special. Written is for Shivratri, yeah.
Okay. What computer you preferred? Microsoft, Windows, or Mac? Which one is good for you?
So I have my office laptop was Windows, so even I avoided, because due to firewall restriction, everybody was saying. So I have a MacBook Air, and it's a pretty, So it's a pretty, because the main reason being that even in the case of electricity outages, my machine can give me a backup of at least 8 to 10 hours.
Wow.
In single charge, and seriously? It is reliable, and so I thought that this is the best. And this is the best thing which I did in 2018 when I purchased this MacBook Air.
That's a good advertisement for Mac, man.
So it is reliable, I would say. I would say the Macs are really reliable. Even this Windows, my office laptop is also brand new, but yesterday only it got updated, and it kept on updating till eternity. And ultimately, I had to hardboot it. So you cannot rely on the Windows. I'm sorry.
Got you. Got you. Now, the question is, many have this confirmed problem that Mac sometimes fails with the PMI application. Not now, in past.
Okay.
How was your journey in this laptop with the Mac with the PMI application?
PMI application was, I think, I never faced, to be very honest.
No
This is no hicks and nothing. It was very smooth, buttery smooth, and no problems with at all.
Fantastic. That's clear. That clears for many people because many have a Mac PC, specifically right. People from US and Arab. Mostly they have Mac PC. They're a little worried. Can I go with Mac? So message is now PMI applications not failing in MacBook. That's a good message.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So what happened the day? How it started? Show ID card, show the room, all happened for you.
So it was also very easy for me. I think because I heard from a lot of participants that it might take some time. There may be some hitches and all those things, and you might end up spending more time. But I think I logged in 30 minutes prior to that. Even I tried to log in 45 minutes, but it won't allow. Exactly before 30 minutes, you will find a link. Check in to your exam.
Where you go and see this? You go see in the Pearson website.
Yeah, Pearson website.
Yeah, you have to go to your PMI login in the Pearson website where it shows your link.
You must have received. I mean, anybody who has booked the exam, they must have received the notification from Pearson View. So in that there will be the link. I actually clicked on that link and it landed me to the Pearson page. And there I clicked. And exactly before 30 minutes, you will find the tab check-in.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So the exam started.
So yeah, I'll just take 1 more minute. So after check-in, they will say, okay, we have to. There are 4 steps, 4 photographs, 4 frames will be there: left, right, front, and back. So you have to show the view of where you're sitting: left, right, front, and back of where you're sitting. So it was very easy. Just click. I clicked with my Mac only because there was an option for mobile phones also. I wasn't aware of that. So I found that it was easy. So I took my laptop and I clicked I send it. And then after that, they will ask for the ID proof. So I showed my passport. I was having the passport. And after that, I said send next, and I was waiting for the proctor then.
You have to show the ID or you have to scan and send the ID?
No, I showed in the camera itself, the ID. I showed in the camera, yeah. The Mac camera. And after that, I sent it, and then I was waiting for the proctor. Within minutes, I would say, I got a message from one of the proctor, Alison, and she said, okay, Ravi, you are done with this check-in and everything is in place. It looks good. So I will be starting your exam in the next couple of minutes.
Okay. So when a couple of minutes, your heartbeat.
Heartbeat. In couple of only the less than I think in less than in a minute, there was a progress bar which says your exam is downloading. I mean, that was a time when the heart starts palpitating. Palpitation will start. So it was downloading, and yeah.
See, at night at 12:30 a.m., you are hearing your heartbeat.
Exactly. Very scary, actually. Yeah, but the worst was yet to come. So we'll come to that. That's the climax of the whole story. Even I tried to post in WhatsApp group also, but yeah. So yeah. So after that, exam started, and I'm sorry. Before exam started, they will try to give you 7 minutes. 7 minutes of time, so that you can get to know about how you want to strike it out, how you want to highlight. These things. If you're aware, you can proceed. If you still want to spend those 7 minutes, you are good to go with that. So I tried. So I want to tell you, for the people who are using Prepcast, when we are using Prepcast exam, so we use the right mouse button for strikeout.
Right.
And there is no option for highlighting. If I don't know about Prepcast, there is no highlighting. But in this, it is a different scenario. In the real exam, you have to first select the strikeout option. Sorry, which you have to select the option which you want to strike out, and then on the top tab you have to go for the strikeout button. Then when you click it, so for me it was little time consuming. I mean, it was better if it was given as an option for right clicking the mouse and giving the strike through. So that I took some time.
How about a highlight? Does it happen immediately? That also you have to go up.
No, I have to go up, and I never used highlighting. I mean, I was getting confused. I mean, because I was expecting the similar scenario from the prepcast, but it wasn't like that. So
PMI Pearson has to change that, because
yeah,
a person choose a text
exactly.
and go to the top in the menu. You have to choose strikeout.
Right.
It's too
This
much.
is time consuming. I mean, and it is
Yeah.
also distracting from the original. You are solving the question, you are getting into the scenario, and I mean, this is what.
I think somebody Pearson listen this video. They have to make some upgrade on that area. Okay, great.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then finally, next and after you are ending with this all session of strikeout and all those things, you are aware. Next, immediately question number 1 starts.
Question number 1. Is it a blue screen with the white text?
It was white text. Yeah, and blue was the outline actually.
Outline. Okay.
Yeah.
So they didn't change it for me. I'm talking about 5 years back. What I saw.
Okay.
The blue will be there. The Facebook blue will be there, and the white font will come. One paragraph will be there.
Paragraph.
Yeah.
Correct.
Go ahead.
But again, it was very different from prepcast. I mean, it was not very. I cannot relate it with prepcast exam.
Yeah.
So
okay. So was the first question straight drive towards a 4, or it is a bouncer?
No. So again, first question. I mean, I spent like more than 1 minute, 1.5, 2 minutes, and I realized that, I mean, it was not very easy. I mean, how would I say? Because what I gave all the 4 prepcast exams. I gave all the mostly the learning quizzes, but it was like the language and the kind of options was totally different. I mean, it was very near to, I mean, the question will talk about communication management, and they will give you option of communication management as well as stakeholder management options, and you will be like, spending time to relate that what could be. So I would say the exam was the word I will use it will be vague. It was vague actually from first question to 180th question. I was totally, I mean, out of the world. That was what is what is this happening actually. You are maintaining above 70, 75 in the prepcast, and I mean, how it can happen to you. So what I did, Sriram, 60 questions. It was like I was very totally, I was not in a good mind. Then I decided that after 60 questions, I will take a break. I will have some water, and I will think that what is happening. I mean, just calm down. And because you have studied PIMBO 4 times, 3 times, you have studied Rita Mulkai, you cannot. I mean, they cannot do bad to you. Definitely, they will help you. So please don't waste this time. Yeah.
You're instigating your brain. Come on, wake up.
Come on, wake up. What went wrong? I mean, you have it's not memorization, but you have understood the material. You know the concept.
Right.
I mean, just be calm and try to concentrate on this question. Otherwise, if you lack this the patience, you will end up. I mean, your all hard work and everything. Money is the second thing, but definitely you will lose this. So I thought that no, I have to be on track, and no, that's fine. Even it's out of the, I mean, it's vague questions or something, I have to do it.
So first break at what time came for you?
First break was at 80 minutes I consumed for.
That's decent. 1 hour, 20 minutes.
My pace was good actually, Shriram. Yeah, because I never thought that I was running out of time. Yeah, because that's how, because I practiced in prepcast. So in that also I was within the time limit only.
Very good, very good. So did you review some questions before you go for the break?
No. That I was
no review.
No review. I mean.
Okay. Okay. How is it second 60? You maintain the speed?
No, I just maintained a consistency throughout those 180. So I thought that I would not waste a single question. I have to be within time, within 230 minutes.
So you didn't do review for any questions?
No, I didn't review. I was very sure that I won't come back to any of the questions.
Okay.
Because I will just straight away I will just shoot it down there itself to the best of my understanding. Yeah.
When you come to the last question, how much of minutes you had span?
So it was exactly 40 seconds. I was left with the last question. And yeah, so I was able to finish before.
It's very close. It's very close, right? Last.
It's very close.
Right.
I will seek the time and yeah.
Do you know that you're going to get above target when you do all this exam?
Absolutely not. I mean, absolutely. I was really, how can it happen? Because then after that, I analyzed my exam. That was later. But above targets in all the three domains. I mean, but although I was getting in prep class, I mean, I was getting targets, two above targets and one target. I mean, in all the four exams, it was near to that. I think in one only I got below target, but the number of questions were less. It was in business, I think. But mostly I was getting process and people, I was getting good. But in this exam, I really cannot relate it anything with prep class. I mean, I'm not downgrading the importance of having a prep class simulator, but it was nowhere near that. I mean, what kind of questions we were expecting and what kind of questions we are getting. I mean, it was totally out of my mind.
But still, you played the game well and you got above target and all. Wow, that's a great job.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Good. So, what kind of questions are tricky in the exam? Is it hybrid, agile, predictive? What kind of questions are tricky?
So exactly, I'll tell you. My exam pattern was exactly 50% predictive, and next 50% was a mix of little bit of agile and most of the hybrid. So I would say 50% predictive is fine, but again in hybrid 25% is 50% is predictive only. So agile was very less for me, but it was most of the next 50% was hybrid, which I got. And as what people were saying in the initial month of January, roles and responsibilities, product owner, nothing like that. I mean, nothing like that. No straight questions, nothing, no kind of process, nothing. I mean, it was all, I think, custom made for people like me. Maybe they found that I'm having experience of 14 years. So I think you should be customized for this exam. This is what I felt. Actually, I felt that maybe based on the experience, they are, giving the question bank. I mean, the pool of questions you are getting.
They don't do that. They don't do that. You come with less experience, high experience. Whatever it is, same gun, same bullet.
because in January, February, in your channels also a lot of people have asked, and I was saying
it's very easy.
Just like a cakewalk.
Yeah, they say one line. Yeah, we'll answer.
One line, exactly.
I was surprised. What happened to PMP?
Exactly.
February they started.
February they have started their real picture. I mean, the real PMI. They
said we are Arnold Schwarzenegger. We are here.
Exactly. So, and it was all 3 to 4 line questions for me. I maybe only 5 to 6 questions. There were 2 lines. No one's one line question. 5 to 6 questions were 2 lines, and the rest all 3 to 4 lines.
Even the answers will be bigger, I believe.
Answers were bigger, but for bigger answers, I could see only like 10 questions which were having bigger answers. Otherwise, it was 1 line or maybe 1 word also.
Okay. So sorry, you are saying something.
Yeah. Just wanted to tell about numerical parts also. So, I mean, 4 to 5 numericals I got. Out of those 4, 2 were the earned value management, and 3 were for the velocity calculation. And this total, I would say.
Value management. Are they giving you numbers to make some calculations?
Yeah. So basically, it was not calculation, but it will ask you that what is going wrong. I mean,
what's the current situation?
Yeah, what is the current situation? So those options will be very tricky. And to be very honest, the last year I was very much afraid of those mathematical questions. I'm not good in maths at all, to be very honest. So I wanted to, even if I would have given the last year exam, I would have definitely get rid of those maths question. I mean, I would go for the option C. There is a strategy that if you don't know the answer, you go for the C. It's the most probable. So I would have opted for the all mathematical questions C.
I gave some writing assignments for a formula. I'm sure you didn't touch it.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You are correct. I couldn't touch it. So I thought that I'll concentrate on situation, because everybody was saying 85%, 90% is situation based, and I found myself to be very good in situational questions. So that was good for me.
Okay, got you. So I'm also hearing from people that the match the following and multi-choice are tricky. Do you feel that?
Okay, so a multi-choice, let's first pick up the multi-choice. So in my case, the multi-choices were limited to 3 choices. It was not 4, I have to choose 4. So all the questions which I got for multi-choices, it was, you have to choose maximum 3.
They're given a bracket, choose 3.
Exactly. They're given the bracket and then you have to choose 3. And I think it was okay for me, but if we talk about the drag and drop, so this time the drag and drop was dragging from right to left. In Prepcast, it is left to right.
So you will right to left, you have to drag it. Okay.
Right to left, yeah.
It's opposite, right? It's opposite of what
It is opposite. It is opposite. And the worst part is that that box, suppose it is containing the maybe the tuckman ladder, the forming, and you want to put it here. So that forming, if you drag from right to left, it will completely fill out.
Cover it.
So now you cannot see that whether you have made a right choice or not until unless you pick it again from the mouse and just see what is the option there, and again throw it back.
It's like a kickaboo. What's happening?
Yeah, exactly. So that was also very surprising to me. I mean, why? And it was some colored, actually, some orange color or something like that. I don't remember the color exactly, but it was, and it was also wordy. A lot of words were there. I mean, those boxes were there on the right side options. So it was not single thing. I mean, like it was not single. The project charter, high level requirements or something like that. No, it was not. It was completely 2 to 3 lines actually, short lines in the box.
Okay.
So that was a time consuming. That was not a good experience on the drag and drop.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, these are all tough areas. Which you found interesting in the exam? You found, okay, it is quite good. Let's say communication management or stakeholder management or risk management. You found this is really coming up well.
First of all, Sriram, I got mostly questions from stakeholder and communication. Risk, I was very much prepared, but risk, I hardly got like 10 to 15% of overall questions out of 180. So
Okay.
it was mostly stakeholder and communications for me.
Mm.
And to be honest, there was not even a single question where I could find myself to be very happy and comfortable. I mean, I had to use my brains a lot and to choose the best of the answer. I mean, I could be wrong, I could be right also, but there was nothing like that. I mean, to be very honest, I'm not pretending, but this is what happened on my exam day. I was totally stressed out. Yeah, and
you can solidly tell that question 74 I can answer correctly. I know that.
yeah.
You couldn't do that way.
No.
All are in doubt. All are in doubt.
All are in doubt actually. I mean, this is the most probable.
But you got above target and all.
So maybe their PMI may be experimenting on me on maybe what kind of psychology the person has while giving the exam, you know.
But it's a psychometric exam. There's psychometric exam.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Super, Ravi. Anything more about the exam you want to give?
I just want that people should, I mean, practice a lot, because practice is very important. First of all, because in my case, last year when I started the prep class, I purchased endurance was a problem. Endurance, like 30 questions, if I was doing, it was more than enough for me. 30 questions, how can I sit for 4 hours? So endurance is very important. Then I started with 50 questions. Then I said, no, it's not happening. Exam is 80 questions.
Right.
You cannot settle to 50 or 100. So that time I decided I have to break the barrier, and I have to schedule every Saturday. I used to sit for exam for all plus 4 exams and complete exam. That really helped me to create my endurance level.
Nice.
Yeah,
many struggle with this. So what we do recently is we are conducting our own proctor simulation exams.
Okay.
So ideally not for exam question. Yeah, that's also important. Primarily make you to sit in a place. Because see, after the age of 30, 40, you don't have an intention to sit in a place. You want to move around, right?
Very true. Very true.
Every 2 weeks, you're conducting some exam to make you first sit in a place.
Right.
Then we think about you clear it or not.
It's very important because at times people, I mean, I have heard and read in some other YouTube channels that people get, patience lost, and they just want the paper, just, okay, I'm done with this. Let's finish as it is, like that. And they will fail it. So that also creates a big challenge. It
happens many times. People start losing that and they start clicking randomly.
Yes, they will lose their patience. They will, okay, I'm done this with the exam.
In Indian cricket, we have seen years back, like the last few balls, some runs to be scored. I'm talking about some years back. The players itself will decide they're going to lose the game. So what they do is they make some loose shots here and there,
Yes.
and it will become catch and they'll get out. Actually, later years we found that till the last ball, these guys are playing now. Anything can change any side. So you have to have that patience, consistency till the last ball, right? This is what we saw with after Dhoni came into screen, so, right? So I keep telling the example is stay hold in the floor. Don't lose your patience. That in PMP, you don't know. See, for your exam, every question was a doubtful, but you got to go target and all. You know, right?
I mean, because those choices were so near to each other, stakeholder and I mean, it was full of stakeholder and communication, and all were related. I mean, sorry, resource also, but resource. I mean, these three were full of this thing. Very, the options were so near that you could have gone for stakeholder option, you could have gone for communication. So that was like you have to really use the if you have really studied and if you really understood the material. So that will really take you out of that situation.
So when you click the last button, submit, how much of seconds it took to get the results?
Immediately for me. I mean, just I pressed end exam because it was not even. I never waited. I think 5 seconds were left. I said no, end exam. That's it. And no, I'm done. Now I've completed all the questions to the best of my knowledge. Okay, God will see. Whatever. End exam. Then after that, Shriram, there was 3 lines which I couldn't see. But first, it was saying congratulations.
That's it.
Yeah. Then after that, it was written, but I was so, I mean, tired at the end of the exam that I was not able to read completely. So again, I'm just sitting like that, this and just saying, what is you have passed the exam or what? So something right now, even I cannot relate it what it was written, but congratulations, it was there. And then after that, I said okay. Then I tried this one vague thing. Hey Proctor, are you there? Can you help me? What is on the screen? So nobody's replying. Nobody's replying.
Yes. They won't say anything. They won't say anything.
They won't say anything.
Right. See, when people read this congratulations, some think that another PMP question is there. They'll see how to answer this question. And that's your result.
Then after that, it will take you to survey. And after survey, I mean, this will end actually.
Right. So after all this hard effort, when you see this certificate in your board, it's worth it, right?
It's worth it actually. I mean,
yeah.
I was working 16 hours in a day. I was sleeping for 5 to 6 hours in the last 1 month.
Wow.
4 to 5 hours for study and my 10 hours of my office. I said, boss, I'll do it. I was literally sleeping for five hours actually. 12:30, 1 in the night, and early in the morning, I'm getting 5 or 6.
Awesome, great.
It was all done automatically actually. I was not doing, but my mind was saying, get up and start studying.
No alarm needed.
No alarm needed. Even alarm used to sound later. I was, used to wake up early.
Before alarm, wake up.
Yeah, I have to stop the alarm most of the times.
God, man, that's passion. I think that's what we call passion. Fantastic.
So,
yeah, that's a really interesting story from you. Now I understood what you said in the beginning. More to come. So here it is. Great. So now, if you want to give some input to the people who are preparing now, could be of agile nature, non-agile nature people. What is your thought process?
So definitely, people who are not coming from the agile background, they must diligently, look for the materials for agile. Your classes, it's very important. All your lectures, even if they are not able to attend in the class, definitely they should diligently go for the recording. In your class, I missed some of this thing in person. So I went through the recording, and Rahul was great help actually. So each and every recording he helped me with, and I diligently, not even a single, I never forwarded the bar actually. Each and every second I watched. So you have to be very honest to yourself, and you have to clear it out. And definitely for people from a non-agile background, they should definitely rely on Agile Practice Guide. Any other book is fine, but Agile Practice Guide and PMBOK, you should make it a baseline. Even if you're reading Andy Crow or Rita Mulcahy or Head First, anything, make this PMBOK guide as a baseline, because that will really help actually. And it is doable. For not be a non-agile background also, they can read the Agile Practice Guide and other stuff, and I think it's more than enough. They can practice easily.
Perfect, great. I like the way you said, be honest to yourself.
Right.
That's pretty important. Don't try to cut the corner somehow.
Exactly.
That
Don't
will
try
not.
to track. You watch each and every video of Shriram, ShriLearning, and I mean that is very important. And that is the only which brought to me in this forum. And now I'm cleared the PMP exam. Really thankful to you and Rahul and whole.
You deserve it. You deserve it. Hope you gave party to your family all around.
Yeah, not yet, but I'm planning actually. Because I was traveling, so I will be definitely after this interview. Definitely, my mother will be seeing after maybe 1 or 2 days, so she'll be happy. Then we'll go for a party. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll do that because these celebrations you have to do. You shouldn't miss it. It's a hard work, man. Once in a life you can do this. Now, when you do this, now what happens is your confidence level got boosted. You will feel like you can do anything in the world.
I agree with you.
That's awesome. Super, great. So first of all, thanks a lot, Ravi, for coming up here and giving a good, beautiful story. Now, as you said, you watched some stories and came in. Today, your story is that list.
Really,
So,
I'm blessed actually. Thank you.
Thanks, first of all. Thank you for coming up, right? So you said you're a little shy with the camp, but you did a good job here.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Thanks for that. Okay. Once again, good wishes to Ravi from ShriLearning team for this great success. As I say every time, certification is not the end. Start implementing it. It's pretty important. We have to see you growing in a career with this process of learning. That's pretty important, right? That's for Ravi. Great. And all viewers, thanks for watching these videos and leave your comments for more information. We'll be happy to serve you. And again, one day you will be here to talk about your success story. It's going to be interesting. Great. Thanks a lot for watching. Yes, Ravi, anything more from you?
No, I think I'm wishing all the best for every participants. Just be aligned with the ShriLearning and be diligent and be committed, and you will definitely make it very soon.
Perfect. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri.